The story of Jacob and Esau is one of the most intense and intriguing narratives in the Bible, a tale filled with family rivalry, divine promises, human cunning, and deep consequences. In this video, discover every detail of a plot that begins in a mother's womb and ends with a reunion that would change the course of an entire generation. Get ready, because this isn't just an ancient story yet. It's a powerful reflection of the choices we make and the consequences they carry. Let us travel back in time and understand how a stolen blessing became the starting point for the birth of a great nation. It all begins with Rebekah, wife of Isaac, who after years of infertility, finally becomes pregnant with twins. But from the start, this pregnancy was different. Rebekah felt a struggle within her womb, and when she prayed to God, she received a surprising revelation. 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples from within you will be separated. One will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger. And so Esau and Jacob were born. Esau came out first, red and hairy, a fearless hunter. Jacob followed, clutching his brother's heel as if determined not to be left behind. Even as children, they showed opposing personalities and a destiny that seemed inevitable. Isaac, their father, favored Esau, perhaps due to his bold nature and skill in hunting. But Rebekah had a special bond with Jacob, the quieter, homebound son. This division within the family became the root of a bold plan that would alter the course of history. One day, Esau returned famished from the fields and found Jacob cooking a red stew. Esau begged for food, and Jacob saw an opportunity. He offered the stew in exchange for Esau's birthright, the spiritual and material inheritance of the firstborn. Esau, driven by hunger, agreed without thinking. It was a reckless decision that would seal a fate full of conflict. But the most surprising moment was yet to come. When Isaac was old and blind, he sensed his end was near. He called Esau and asked him to hunt and prepare his favorite meal so that he could bless him before dying. But Rebekah overheard the conversation and determined to ensure God's promise would come true through. Jacob devised a daring plan. She dressed Jacob in Esau's clothes, covered his arms with goatskin to mimic Esau's hairy body, and quickly prepared a meal similar to the one Isaac loved. Jacob entered the tent, trembling with fear but full of resolve. When Isaac questioned him, he lied. He claimed to be Esau, and so Isaac gave Jacob the blessing. This blessing wasn't just symbolic, it was a prophetic act carrying spiritual weight. Isaac declared that Jacob would be lord over his brothers, that nations would bow before him, and that he would enjoy the abundance of the earth. When Esau returned and discovered what had happened, he wept bitterly and begged for another blessing. But it was too late. What had been done could not be undone. Furious, Esau vowed to kill Jacob. And so began Jacob's escape, a life on the run, burdened by fear, guilt, and a blessing that came at a heavy cost. Yet God never abandons his plans, even when human paths seem crooked. Jacob, though a deceiver, would be transformed over time. During his journey, he had dreams of angels, divine promises renewed, and life-changing encounters. He would go on to father the 12 tribes of Israel. His name was later changed to Israel, symbolizing not just a new identity, but the fulfillment of God's original promise. Esau, on the other hand, also continued his life and founded another nation. And years later, the 2 brothers would reunite, a meeting marked by forgiveness, tears, and an embrace that ended one of the Bible's most iconic rivalries. The story of Jacob and Esau is far more than just a sibling rivalry. It's a powerful reminder that our choices have consequences, that God can turn mistakes into purpose, and that forgiveness is always the noblest path. Jacob deceived despot. He also learned, struggled, suffered, wrestled with angels, and made peace. Esau lost the blessing, but he found peace. And us? What are we doing with the blessings God gives us? Are we trading them for a bowl of stew? Or are we valuing what is eternal? Think about that. And if this story touched you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.